she in that apartment? Is she in that apartment?
She don't live here. I don't know what she's doing. She lives with my daughter.
Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to just cross by, okay? Okay. Is she inside there?
No, she's taking the hospital.
Okay.
She's in the hospital. My daughter lucky she's carrying her.
Can we walk down this way? I just want to see what the angle is here. Okay. He's going to want me to back up.
Maybe we can go over on the stairs.
Yeah. Look over here. All right, everybody, this is Ayrault Street. Had an incident. I'm going to give you some details in just a moment. We get set up here. Definitely challenging conditions a little bit. So we've had an incident here. We have 2 victims in the hospital. Looks like that's the crime scene people. Now, I want to find out, they were waiting for a search warrant, but we have 2 females in the hospital. Now, it's my understanding this happened on the first floor, and also that all the people are known to each other that were inside. I do not believe they have anyone in custody. But again, we don't, there was a false report that people were sending me that they heard that there had been a loss of life. And I have confirmed with police that that is not the case. So again, folks, I want to show you where we are. Right now, it is 12:48 in the east.
I guess posted. What? I guess
And
posted.
we're right off of Chalkstone Avenue. I want to show you the... Hey, man.
No, it's not. It's not that thing.
Right.
¿Todo el español?
Sí.
Mi nieto fue que estaba ahí.
Sí. Adentro de la casa.
So it's Ayrault Street. Ayrault Street. We have 2 victims of, it's my understanding, let me just double check, there was a firearm involved. And we have 2 victims right now. Now, I did not hear that.
One in critical condition, taken to the hospital.
Yeah, I did not hear that. I did not hear that. So I know some people are saying that is not what I've been hearing. two females. We don't know the ages. Now, there's no school today. So, but all the people in the apartment were known to each other. And they also do not have anyone in custody at this time. Now, folks, we're going to be, so we're live right now on TikTok, and we're live on Facebook, and we're live on X, and we're live on YouTube. What we were waiting for was that they were going to enter with a search warrant, but it's the first floor apartment. It sure looks like. Was she down right there? Huh? Was she inside?
Inside.
She was, or she is?
Inside.
Is she there now?
Adentro fue el tuyo.
She's inside right now?
No, she's taken to the hospital.
She's in the hospital?
Yeah.
Oh, goodness.
Probably inside. It's inside. It's domestic.
Yes.
She knows where he's doing.
Okay.
For my daughter, she's in the hospital.
Oh, wow. How old is she?
My granddaughter is 19.
19.
She's a birthday party today. She
Oh.
make a big party. She don't. I don't know.
Okay,
Maybe somebody
but
yelling.
I did not hear this loss of life.
Yeah.
No.
I told you, my granddaughter, don't go sleep in any house. But
She
don't
slept
leave it
over?
She's sleeping over here last night.
Oh, wow.
I told my daughter.
Do you know who else is at the hospital with her?
Yeah, my daughter is in the hospital.
She is. Yeah. Your granddaughter. Okay. All right. So his granddaughter slept over the house. Was it a birthday party?
No.
And she's the one. And you're trying to find out how she is.
Yeah, she knows that. She knows.
Okay.
She knows. She has to speak what happened. She knows everything.
Right. This again. We're getting. I'm trying to find out. I don't. We did see the crime people go in.
Oh, they called my granddaughter. The police took my granddaughter.
Oh, se lo quitaron.
Sí, ella lo tiene. Estoy investigando.
Sí.
Pero mi nieta tiene que hablar todo como pasó. Yo toco y me saco.
¿Cuántos años tiene?
19.
Pero ella no vive acá.
No, ella está durmiendo ahí. Hello, ¿qué pasó?
All right, so we're standing next to someone whose granddaughter was inside the apartment, and she's at the hospital right now. Now, police do have the street blocked off. I'm going to try to give you the details as we can, just to show you. There's some people trying to clear the snow. There's only one path on this street, by the way.
La otra.
Mayor Smiley need to get into action here. But again, this is Providence, off Chalkstone, Ayrault. And we've had an early, a little over an hour ago, incident inside that first floor apartment. So you can see the Providence police are standing guard right there. There's two females that are at the hospital. And we are going to be going live with our radio partners coming up at 1. So starting at 1 o'clock, you're going to hear me a little redundant. Now she's approaching.
Se le tiró a la otra prima. That cousin do this. That cousin. Yeah, she left. Hello? Aquí está mi amigo que es de la noticia. Claro. Yeah. So, habla con él porque él es periodista. But you have to explain you. See what I told you what happened.
Okay.
Dile a él porque él es de news.
Yes. Hello. Hi. No. Okay. She is. Okay. Where did she get hit? Right on her wrist. Okay. And her friend, her friend is also, is her friend going to be okay? She is. So, did she tell you, like, did she stay over in the apartment or what was going on? They had a sleepover. Yeah, right. Now, your daughter's 19? Okay. And what about, how old's the friend? 18. Okay. So the two suspects involved, they ran. Okay. But they know the two boys. Okay. All right. Well, listen, we're certainly thinking of your daughter. So, and your dad is fantastic. So he is right on here on scene. So listen, she's in good hands, right? Everyone's praying for her. So police will do their thing, but you just make sure you eat and try to rest and take it easy, okay? All right, I'm going to hand you back to your dad. Excellent.
Yeah. Hello.
All right, folks, you just heard it again. That was the mother of one of the victims. So there's a lot of misinformation, but you just heard. So two suspects ran. We didn't get any names. Her and her friend is 18. So a 19-year-old girl, she got hit. That's right, Chris Ham. And an 18-year-old girl. And I want to, that's what we know. Now, we just heard that two suspects fled. So we're hearing two. And it's very possible that they were playing around with the weapon. This happened inside, and dispel the rumors. And right now it's, oh, good. They got that car out of the driveway. Good job. These people are trying to dig everybody out.
Okay, the picture.
Okay. Hey, thank you.
Something.
I'm good. Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. You take care of yourself. Sounds like she's going to be okay.
I see you on
Okay.
the news.
Okay.
You my friend.
All right.
The news.
I appreciate that.
Yeah.
You take care. We're thinking of your granddaughter. All right, folks, there you have it. So it sounds like both of them are going to be okay. That man's granddaughter is going to have surgery tonight. Friend also struck. Everyone seemed to know each other. She stayed over there to sleep over last night. And so you have two young females at the hospital. Now, without knowing everything just yet, that should dispel, because I've been seeing people put in that they heard was a loss of life. I did not hear that. I am not hearing that from police. I don't know why people spread stuff like that. That is clearly not the case. Oh. So, right, this guy's stuck. You gotta go really slow and you gotta stay. Folks, that's how much snow there is here now. Whoa. Okay, there we go. A lot of adventures here in the snow. It's tough as all the residents are digging out. I want to repeat right now, we're at the top of the hour. It's 1 o'clock in the east. You're looking at, this is a Providence police crime scene. So we had the information that we have. Number one, two victims in the hospital, but both are expected to survive. Two females, 18-year-old, 19-year-old. I've spoken with police. I've spoken with the mother. an 18-year-old girl. Spoke with the mother of the 19-year-old girl. Oh, um, but now I also want to. It's right now. Everyone was known to each other, and it sounds as though this could have been an accident, and that's really important because this does. And by the way, it's very possible that this is akin to what we saw happen in Central Falls over a year ago. You have young people, somebody produces a weapon, and the next thing you know, well, they're shoveling out. They're shoveling out. The people there, somebody got stuck in the snow. No one should read anything into that. These people, they just live on the street. They don't know what happened, so no one should read anything into that. So, um, they're just trying to get their cars out of the driveway because they got the plowed them in so they could go to work. This street, by the way, could use a plow going down one more time on the other side because there's only one path. So this is, it's blizzard-like conditions is what we've had here, with the amount of snow. So these people, they just have a number of cars that try to move out of the driveway. No one should read anything into that. But right now, what you're looking at, I believe, so we had BCI in there, and I'm trying to communicate with. Oh, okay, okay. Um, so we're going to be live on the radio coming up in just 4 minutes. Right now, we're live on TikTok, we're live on Facebook, we're live on YouTube. We are in Providence. I want to clarify what we know right now. And by the way, whoever those suspects are, so two individuals, I believe males, fled from here. And I believe, according to a family member of one of the victims, they're the ones that introduced the weapon into the scene. Whoever those individuals are, you need to find police before they find you. They're very fortunate that the two victims seemingly are, um, in, I wouldn't say non-life threatening right now, but they are both expected to survive. I spoke to the mother of one of the victims. Her daughter is, I believe, going to have surgery tonight, I think is what she said. So this is different. This is also, we'll see if any of the local officials comment on this. They're not commenting on what happened on Manton Avenue. But the information we have right now that I feel comfortable with, number one, the most important thing is there not been a loss of life. That's number one. Number two, we don't know yet, but it sounds like it was an accident and someone was playing with a weapon. And I'm not making excuses for anybody, but it's very different from, and I'm getting messages from people trying to say that they've heard that there was a loss of life. There has not been, which is very, very fortunate, by the way. So, by the way, the roads are not bad. The roads are not bad. Now, this road definitely could use, if Mayor Smiley's people are watching, they need the plow to come back down here. There's some kids that are home from school. I'm waving to them. You need the plow down here again. Yeah, there's only one path. I'm going to call the mayor and tell him they need to plow here more, okay? You guys home from school today? Yeah? Are you going to build a snowman? No? Too cold? All right. Good day to read up and catch up on everything. No? All right, there's some nice children. This is nice. Enjoying home from school with their mom. You have a nice mommy taking care of you while you're home from school. You listen to her, right? Cousin? Okay. Well, either way, family. All right, we're going to be live on the radio in just a moment, folks. When that happens, by the way, I'm going to be a little redundant. The big news, I would think, right now is just that, to me, is this is not. There has not been a loss of life. There's not been a loss of life, which is obviously very good news. But we'll stay with this. It felt good to get out of the house for me. And the roads could use. Well, the problem is they need to plow. If anyone is watching, they need to plow as soon as possible because it's going to be freezing the rest of the week. So everything that's snow is going to turn to ice. So, all right, we're going to begin. Now, right now, it's 1:06 in the east. And now we are standing by for a search warrant of the premises. Providence detectives are expected to conduct, and they had to obtain a search warrant. Now, here's what you see: the Providence police officer right there, standing in the doorway. We are on Ayrault Street, which is off of Chalkstone. And from what we understand, there was some kind of a sleepover, and young people, and something happened just in the last 90 minutes where it resulted in a 18-year-old and 19-year-old girl. Both were struck. They are at Rhode Island Hospital, but my information, according to the mother of one of them, is that they are both expected to survive. However, so at this time, as we are live on AM 1380, 99.9 FM, now right now, we're also live on TikTok, but we're live on Facebook, and we're live on YouTube, and also on X. So,
I'm going the extra mile. Is that John?
yes.
Hey, it's Sarah Garcia.
Oh, hey, Sarah. No, I'm live right now, so just know
sorry.
that.
I won't interrupt.
Oh, okay. So, that's very nice. Oh, wow, that's an Amazon driver. Good job. Look at that. The street is blocked off. I want to give her credit. And she is going the extra mile. Sarah Garcia. Great job, Sarah. All right. And she is delivering the Amazon packages because the street is blocked off. So that is truly door-to-door service. But just to get back to this. So we are standing by. You can see the officer. It's all taped off. And the officer is standing guard. Now, my understanding, the details that we have, and we have more details than anyone because of speaking to the mother of one of the victims and also with police. And that is that everyone in the apartment on the first floor, right there on the right, they're known to each other. There was some incident that happened this morning. And without having all the details yet, it sounds as though a somehow firearm was shown, produced, however it arrived on the scene. I don't know this, but it's very possible that they were playing with it. But two individuals, according to the mother of one of the victims, two individuals, and she did say two males, they fled the scene after this happened. So now the entire street is blocked off, by the way, and is where it happened. Now, we have no reason to believe whoever was involved in this that fled. You need to contact police, contact an attorney, and surrender yourself. You want to find the police before they find you. That's what I would advise. Because as of right now, it sounds as though, yes, it's Ayrault Street off of Chalkstone. Off of Chalkstone. That is exactly right. So, but whoever was involved in this, it sounds as though, there's going to be repercussions having the weapon, but they're fortunate that both individuals are expected to survive. So they're not, whoever's involved in this, they're not going to be facing, you know, far more serious charges. Way. So someone is watching this. Someone knows who was involved here, and I mean, I would contact Attorney Stephanie Murphy and say I need someone to represent me to contact the police. But my suggestion now, they're going to know who it was, but right now we are standing by for the Providence police. They're going to. It's not easy, by the way, to obtain a search warrant as quickly as people would think it is. You have to go to the judge. You have to hit it at the right time. Because of all the snow, the courts are not operating under a normal system, and so it gets delayed. So they have to wait for the judge. I've been with police that they are waiting for the judge to come back. So look at that success with Sarah.
Yes, it is.
Look at that. Now, so you didn't want to park down? That's Valley, right? You didn't want to.
Oh, it's a one-way.
It is a one-way.
And it's so busy.
It is busy over there. Good choice. Good choice. It does feel good to.
Stop. That's it.
All right. Good. All right, Sarah. Amazon's lucky to have you. All right, you can watch it. Folks, there it is, Sarah Garcia of Amazon. Now, again, she had to walk down the street because the street is blocked off by police. But we are, I want to remind people, we also, that's exactly right, Janet. If it was an accident, and it sure sounds like it was an accident, everyone was known to each other. Let's talk about what didn't happen. This didn't, somebody just didn't arrive. This wasn't, we haven't heard about any type of fight or confrontation. It sounds like people slept over. They had some kind of a sleepover. And who knows? Now, there's no school in Providence today. So is this maybe because somehow, I don't know. We don't know anything about the suspects as yet, but they fled the scene. All right, so they're panicked. If two of the victims are 18 and 19, it's reasonable to believe that everyone is somewhat young. But whoever's involved, you want to find the police before they find you. That's what I would suggest. But for those that are watching, boy, as much as all the talk about Minneapolis, we have had, look at the news locally with what's going on as far as the situation that happened on Manton Avenue last Monday night, and that's 11-year-old and the 3 12-year-olds. Cranston police announced that they had the arrest yesterday for a 16-year-old from Providence who was involved. That was New Year's Eve on Pleasant Street, which is the road you take to go to Twin Oaks. The story about Cranston, by the way, in Pleasant Street, what's remarkable about that is there's duplex there, and we've been there for incidents, but it sounds like the 16-year-old actually hit the wrong duplex. The duplex that hit, I believe, was a young mother, and there's a young child in there. So, however they arrived on New Year's Eve, they hit the wrong duplex. Now, that 16-year-old is very fortunate. That easily could have turned into something, that situation, instead of just that property was damaged and is facing other, charges. That was, I believe, 9mm. So we've definitely, I just want to mention, for all of the talk about what's going on in Minneapolis, and, you have somebody running for mayor they keep talking about ICE and so forth. We have right now a flurry of incidents in the Providence area that is spilling out into other areas, and the people that are involved with them are very, very young, very, very young, as a fact. So, especially when you have an 11-year-old who's involved, and I talked to JJ. I think we're gonna have the video up later. There is video evidence that shows that the 6th grader, he's a 6th grader at Del Sesto Middle School, and that's down. You live in Oneyville, Hartford Avenue. That's the middle school you'd go to. Del Sesto. It's grades 6, 7, and 8. A 6th grader who's 11. He's the one that in this video, he's the ring run down the street, and he jumps on that 51-year-old man from behind. So, and is the initial one to knock him down. It's those 12-year-olds didn't stand up to him. Those 12-year-olds, following the lead of the 11-year-old. I was still waiting for information on that. But to repeat right now, and I do want to understand, folks, if you want to see the latest on, wait a minute. I'm getting from, okay. From police. All right. So within the hour, they should be arriving with the search warrant. All All right. So for those that are just tuning in, and let me back up for a moment. All the information, if you want information, we have more information, and we have blacked out the pictures of the youths. It's all on our website, depetro.com, which is brought to you by the Cohasset Inn, 226 Cohasset Avenue, West Warwick. If you're having a problem keeping your home or business heated, make sure you call Propane Plus for all your propane needs and online at propaneplus.com. But right now, we are live on our TikTok. If you're on TikTok, follow the people. I would love some donuts. Not easy coming out in this cold. The roads are very icy. There, I said it, ice, even though you're not supposed to use the city has asked people not to use that word for fear that it's upsetting some of the residents. But there, I said it, ice. So if you're on TikTok, you could certainly send donuts. But right now, this is Providence. There's been an incident. I'm going to just repeat because we have different people joining. But apparently there was a sleepover on the first floor apartment. And we are waiting. Providence police are trying to obtain a search warrant. You can see the Providence police officer there in the doorway standing guard. And so there were a group of young people that may have slept over. And two of the people that were in this apartment were a 19-year-old, 18-year-old, both female. And it's very possible that some males that were also in the apartment this morning, that someone was careless with a firearm. And so right now we have the 18-year-old female and the 19-year-old female are both at Rhode Island Hospital with police responding. So now there's two individuals that right now fled the apartment. Good job digging out. I was going to jump out push. Right now there are two individuals that fled the apartment, and whoever they are, they need to turn themselves into police. I would advise them, or if someone knows them, you want to turn yourself in, and for whatever reason why, in the scene that I just described, whatever was going on in that apartment, or why ever they made the decision to pull out, show off, whatever, um, that was the wrong decision. They need to get ahead of this, and they need to hand themselves in, because right now police are looking for those. So you know this is the ultimate. You can run, but you can't hide. So again, this is Ayrault Street. It's right off of This is the Smith Hill area of Providence. So the police, by the way, this blocked off. You know, as I'm watching these cars, that they all had to back out so one of them could get in. I mean, I remember growing up in Edgewood. At one point, we had some of my siblings. From what I remember, they moved home after college. At one point, we had 7 cars in our driveway. Um, and when you get stolen like this, you have to clear it out, and then somebody's got to leave because then you still have to go to work. Um, it's a lot. So just watch that happen, where a group of them had to dig out their cars, and they're all outside, so somebody could get in. Folks, I also, just as a reminder, by the way, it's as bad as it is now. The temperatures are only going to continue to drop. So the sun is out today. I strongly encourage anyone in the area. You want to clear off your driveways and walks. Um, Otherwise, I mean, because this weekend the temperature is going to be 0. So it does have like a Minneapolis feel. By the way, we're not talking about the situation in Minneapolis today. Just a note on that, as we're standing here in Providence and we're waiting, Providence police are going to arrive with their search warrant. Um, a note on that. I'm tired. Look how long we've been talking. Minneapolis has been in the news since the weekend after Christmas, when Nick Shirley started dropping those videos. there's been too much of a focus on Minneapolis. I'm glad the administration is hitting the pause button. I'm glad they're going to reset. I'm glad they're going to make some changes. Our guy, Tom Holman, is going to be in charge. We can't, there's so many other things going on. And it's like the entire nation is stopped and just talking about Minneapolis. So I for one, am glad. It's let them do the investigation. It there's nothing good that is coming out of that. And I also want to mention, by the way, folks, and before I talk about Christy Nome, um, I want to remind you, I'm looking at, and I'm not trying to pick on these people, but see that fence that's right there? Those people, listen, this is a good reminder with everything that's going on with crime and everything else. Why not call Capital Fence and have a nice fence installed your home or business? It's Capital Fence. Call owner Mike Rizzo. We share their social media online at capitalfenceri.com. Free estimate. In your family with Capital Fence. And go to, oh, actually, that looks like a gate, but maybe there's too much snow. There is actually a chain link fence as I see it right there in front of that home. But hey, something, there's nothing wrong with it. Fences are legal. Fences can keep people out. Think about getting a fence. Now, right now, we are in Providence. And what you're looking at, for those that are watching, and we're live on our Facebook page, on YouTube, and on X, is you're looking at that yellow police tape. We're also live on TikTok because there was an incident earlier this morning at this residence. The only good news to report out of this incident is that there was an 18-year-old and 19-year-old girl taken to the hospital. We spoke with the mother of one of them. That is and by the way, one of the victims, her grandfather, is just such a fantastic man. He's a friend of mine, came right over. So concerned. He was talking to the police. She had been inside, but there has been there's no fatality here. Nothing fatal happened. But the police are searching for two of the suspects that were here that then fled the apartment. So as the police are standing guard right now, if this happened outside, they could then do a full search, but they want to search the apartment. And so police right now TikTok is fine. All right, there we go. And we're back. Okay. We should be good now. So, I don't know what happened. I don't tell people, I don't know. It suddenly kicked off. Thank you to Pete. I believe we should be back and we should be okay. The TikTok is not. Okay, we're good. So, folks, it happens. We're out. This is not the best area as far as Wi-Fi. There's various glitches that can happen. By the way, totally unrelated, but I'm very impressed with these individuals and the manner in which they've coordinated removing their vehicles out of the driveway, clearing them off, and then and now they're backing them up. So if my sister Rosemary was watching this, we're back. Things can happen. I don't know exactly what happened, but we are back. It was our feed on X and YouTube and Facebook just went black for whatever reason. It could be weather or it could be a glitch with Wi-Fi. But I want to mention this whole situation with Christy Nome. And again, we are standing by for Providence police are going to arrive with a search warrant for this residence. Very impressed with the organization, you guys. I just want to mention, without getting too off on this, is if you're Christy Nome, obviously, you know, she couldn't control, well, she could have controlled, but she just reacted so poorly on Saturday to when something like that happens. The most important thing, if you're in a position of authority, is the information you put out has to be accurate information. And the fact that what she put out did not match what we all watched is, I don't blame the administration for feeling like, what are we doing? We can do better. She didn't have to say that. You don't come out of the box and just start attacking with talking points. And I'm not going to go down the whole rabbit hole of this whole thing. The reaction to what happened shouldn't have happened, and they were wrong. And you know, it's far better to hold off and just say we're reviewing the situation. We're not exactly sure what happened, and this is also, by the way, so I want to be very clear. I'm not a fan, and she doesn't have a background in law enforcement, and she does seem over her head, and she doesn't have a background. It seems that when you don't have the background like that, um, she was at odds with Tom Holman. I'm not a fan. Christy Nome and Corey Lewandowski should not be calling the shots here. So as a result of that, the are you trying to get by? Oh, it's the guys that live in this apartment. It's the guys that live in this apartment right here that are okay. Well, they've been going in and out. So see this first driveway right here. No, I understand. I understand. But it's not me. It's these guys. They've been moving their cars in and out of the driveway. So I understand. I understand. But they're right here. I don't think they realized that they were blocking your drive. No, I understand. No, you can. Both of these cars belong to this home right here on the right. So yeah. If you go into that driveway, you should see them. They've been going in and out. They'll move them. All right, folks. I know we're live on the radio as well, but we're just trying to play traffic cop here a little bit. But just to finish the point, um, they should have. You know, that was also the second time, by the way, that Christine Holmes screwed up, because when the first incident happened, she's the one that put it out there that the officer involved had been involved in a prior incident, and then as a result of that, the press was able to go through court documents and determine the name of who that guy was. And so that was a huge mistake that she had made. And then this time around, when she took to the podium and she's saying these things that then prove not to be true, so then you have these the problems that they've had. And it sure sounds as though she has been sidelined, and I think that's a good thing, because this is it. You know, you can't have this type of disaster at that level. But let's get back to um, uh, exactly what's happening here, and that is that we are in Providence. We're off Chalkstone Avenue, and we've had an incident early this morning, and all the police. I want to just double check, but the police have not said that that they have been able to get the two individuals involved. But what you're looking at live right now is Providence police are on the scene. They're waiting for the search warrant, and they're going to go through that apartment. But we had an incident earlier, and as a result of the incident, an 18-year-old girl and a 19-year-old girl were taken to the hospital. I spoke to the mother of one of the victims. They are both expected to be okay. Her friend was also badly hurt, but I think she said her daughter, who's 19, is expected to undergo surgery. I think she said tonight. So I want to just be very clear because some people were putting it out there that we had that it was far more serious. I mean, it's still serious. Don't get me wrong, but it's not what some people were putting out. Have a little bit of a traffic jam here with people pulling around on the street. It's a little difficult, by the way. The street that we're on, it's a one way, and the police have blocked off the street. So some of the people that live on the street are trying to get into their driveways and maneuver around. Let's see. This portion of the program is brought to you by Watson Materials, folks. All we can do at this point is dream of spring and think of you being able to enjoy the nice outdoors and how nice your outside could be with Watson Materials. Give them a call today. Look for them online. Sean does a fantastic job. It's Watson Materials. All right, good. So, hey, this is tough for these people. Limited space here. Everybody's trying to stay calm, but the by the way, I think Providence needs to maybe plow the street again because there's only one path here. So maybe they're planning on doing that later. But right now, a lot of these streets, there's just one pathway. So vehicles cannot pass each other as they're trying to get by. The main roads, the highway seemed okay. There was some more snow overnight here in the Northeast. I want to just double check to give you the latest right now at 1:33. And again, we are live on YouTube, we're live on Facebook, and we are live on X. And because this incident happened and because the roads are clear, I thought I'd come out. We're always live from 1 to 2. And I thought that we would be able to go on scene like this. And so far, we're halfway there. I also want to remind people waiting for an update on, because people are asking me, and if you go onto our website, yeah, we still don't have any other update. We have more news right now. I just checked, and I understand because it's fluid, but we did speak to the mother of one of the victims. So you have an 18-year-old victim, you have a 19-year-old victim. The reason why this street and the police are right here is because the Providence police are in the are right now attempting to, or they're in the process, I should say, of getting a search warrant. So as a result of that, they want to go in and just make sure it's. We don't know. It's possible that the weapon is inside. We don't know that to be true. As I said, you can see the street is blocked off by police. And so, but this is another incident. Now, in regards to the Manton Avenue incident and David Morales, who is running for mayor, so far, as we talked about yesterday with Justin Katz, not one, I haven't seen one public official yet mention the fact that the incident that happened the night of Martin Luther King. Now, I did see there's a Guatemalan news organization, and they were able to obtain a video from some residents. I was trying to obtain video from someone on that page, excuse me, someone on that street on Manton Avenue. We ran into a little bit of a language barrier. And so I was unable to, but JJ was. And I was just speaking to him. We saw each other, mutual respect. And I'm going to share his video on our page that he's gotten to me. So, but again, I want to be clear. So far, here's the thing stand with Manton Avenue, which I understand that people are concerned about the situation in Minneapolis with ICE. But I believe, and especially that David Morales, if you're running for mayor of Providence, or even for Governor McKee for that matter, that, okay, they all want to weigh in on what happened in Minneapolis, but none of them are weighing in on what happened with the 51-year-old man. So there is video, and I have learned that the individual involved, the leader, he really is essentially the leader of this whole thing. He was the one that they encountered the man, and he seemed to be up. His name is Ronnie Alonzo, 51 years old. And he was the one that initially hit him or pushed him. And then the 51-year-old man kept walking down Manton Avenue, trying to get away from them. He didn't stop and fight. He was trying to get away from them. There's four of them. It's nighttime. And suddenly they're not being respectful of him, even though they definitely probably recognized him. I also want to mention, again, I received a message from someone saying, I heard that something happened between that man and the mother of one of those. I want to be very clear. There's no evidence of that. I don't know where people are coming up with this. That is certainly no justification. The fact someone would mention that would, to me, that hints that somehow is justified in some manner. There is no evidence to support that in any way. So zero, no evidence of that. Quite the opposite. So I caution the people that have been trying to spread that. And if the video shows that you see the four of them walking along Manton Avenue, you see them encounter him the night of Martin Luther King. One of them has a basketball in his hand. I was told and learned that they were coming from the Joslin Rec Center. So for those that are unfamiliar with the story, we have the full story up on our website, depetro.com. So, and as they're coming along, they encounter him. Now, it's very possible he could have been impaired in some way, but he's not driving, he's walking. But he does seemingly walk a little bit like someone, maybe, it's possible, who maybe was impaired in some manner. He also, we learned, suffered tragedy with the loss of a child back in a few months ago. So I've heard he was a very good man, but he definitely, as you can imagine, was dealing with it hard. But in the video, you can see first one of them, the 11-year-old, in a blue jacket, he hits him. And then he kind of gets away with it because Ronnie just keeps walking. So then the 11-year-old starts following him and trying to taunt him and even looks back at the rest of them like, hey, follow me. And what is so disturbing is there's three 12-year-olds there. They're supposed to be the ones in charge. One of them should have said, hey, so-and-so, his first name begins with an A, knock it off. Now we have their picture up. I blurred it out because that's what you'd have to do with minors. I do have his name. We're not going to reveal his name. But he's the 11-year-old in the blue jacket. He's the one that runs down Manton Avenue. And just when at the next street, he like does like a flying jump kick and knock the 51-year-old man to the ground. And then the other three follow, and then they're all jumping on him. It's very disturbing. It was a loss of life. It was an unprovoked attack. It is brutal to watch because it's a pack mentality and it's vicious. And he passed away from it. Now, it's my understanding they were then in custody, the four of them, the Manton four, and then they're waiting. Police are waiting for the autopsy to exactly determine cause of death. And then as a result of that, It sure sounds as though at this point I'd be surprised if they did not raise the charges. And I also, again, that's the situation with Manton. So for people to wonder where it is, they're not on the street. They're all at the training school. They were waiting for the medical examiner to come back with their findings. And once that happens, charges will be upgraded. So, but I want to caution people that, and again, I want to just give a plug. If you are watching on TikTok, make sure you follow the page. Thank you for all of our live gifts on TikTok on this very cold Tuesday here in the East. Of course, our Facebook, X, and you can see their photos. We blacked out the faces, but you can see them on the website, depetro.com. We're not revealing the names, and even the 11-year-old. So the 11-year-old is a sixth grader at Del Sesto. And what I have also learned is he's 11 years old. He's the one in the blue jacket. He's really the ringleader. He is the one that knocked Ronnie to the ground from behind. I find it troubling people saying a 51-year-old man and how could he not handle, you know, kids 11 and 12. It was dark. It was an unprovoked attack. He wasn't fighting them. He was trying to get away from them. When he did encounter them and they like hit him, he was trying to escape. So I don't agree with that. And I think someone that's saying that, by the way, I think they're not recognizing the situation that he was in. And let alone then from behind, you're suddenly knocked to the pavement. So how frightening that must have been. And what's so disturbing in the video is you can hear them laughing. I mean, that's what I just find. It's so appalling. And then, the next day, um, when the police talked to them, there was no motive. And I want to mention, I saw someone, I won't call out a name, but someone was saying, why don't you be a reporter and tell the whole story? I heard that, this guy had something had happened with one of the kids' mothers. Well, I did look into that, and we can't find any evidence of that. And if that was the case, they certainly didn't mention that to the police. And it doesn't fit his profile of everything I've heard about him. So I just caution people when you put that out, don't say I heard. I have someone named Jade that sent me a thing that said this morning that I heard, and then it's false information about this incident that we're at right now off Chalkstone Avenue in Smith Hill. So at our left is Valley Street, and then to the right is Truckstone, and Ayrault falls right in between. There's Valley Street. So, but this is the Smith Hill area. So whoever put that is trying to spread that. We were dealing with that last week. I'm just telling you that I don't have any information. All right, here we see another officer coming out. We don't have any information that is backing that up in any way. All right, let's see. That's some activity. That's the first time we're seeing this. This Providence police officer. Let's see where he's going. Maybe he's gonna. Well, let's just watch. For those that are watching, he seems to be going in the back of the residence. So, not sure what's involved with that. Maybe they saw something. Maybe something was thrown out the window. But what we have mostly seen is just the officer standing guard at the apartment. Again, I did speak to the mother of one of the victims, and her daughter slept over here last night. They had a snow sleepover, and then it's her and her 18-year-old friend who's also female. They're the ones that were taken to Rhode Island Hospital. But I want to just final thought on the Manton 4. So, and by the way, if you're on TikTok, make sure you follow the page. Yes. Well, no, they're. I don't know why that door is open. I don't know why that door is open to the left, because it's my understanding, and they haven't searched yet. It is on the first floor, but it's my understanding the the apartment where this happened is the one on the right hand side. Well, let's just say this. It's mine. The incident where this happened, I believe, is the apartment where the officer is standing in front. So we don't know if the door next to him could lead up to stairs. That's normally how a lot of these triple deckers are set up, where one door leads to the first floor apartment, the second door leads to the second and third floor apartment. So why that is left open, I don't know. But the police right now are waiting for a search warrant that they're going to go through. But I also want to mention right now there is a manhunt underway for two individuals that were inside that fled the apartment. So right now, I want to just mention, that also, if there's someone that is watching, and the individuals involved, as Stephanie Murphy says, Attorney Stephanie Murphy, you want to go to the police and find the police before they find you, and that would be the move. So now there's quite a bit of activity. Providence has no school today, and we did see some very nice children that were with their aunt staying behind us. People are trying to shovel out. The mother said she was a little hesitant about her daughter staying over, so the daughter stayed over, and it's kind of like a snow sleepover. And it did snow last night. Everyone got some parts more than others, 2 inches, 3 inches. But so whatever happened, it's seemingly the information that we have, it's very possible that, and I know it sounds reckless because it is reckless, but it sounds as though they could have been playing with the weapon, and that's how this happened. This is another example, though, and that is that that's clear. But what I find a little odd about this is the fact that that there were two. I hear some police sirens. I wonder, could be police trying to make their way here with the search warrant. Very, very possible. I think police. There are people that are just parking their cars in the middle of the street. This could be police coming here with the search warrant as we're speaking. But what I do find odd about this is the incident in Central Falls. It was just boom, like one, and then then the kids, the same thing. The kids all ran, and then that was a horrible outcome. It is a little odd that there were two of them. We don't know how many times it went off. It could have been one person. Okay, I do see this. Looks like I'm going to show for those that are. I'm going to show this is Providence Police making their way down here, and it is very possible the reason why they're trying to come down is because they have the search warrant. Very, very possible. We're going to find out. Or maybe they just wanted to come down here. So again, right now we are live on AM 1380, 99.9 FM. We're also live on our Facebook page. We're live on X. We're live on YouTube. And we're live on TikTok. So maybe it is, maybe it isn't. I thought maybe that could be. But maybe it's just police making their way here. So, but we do know that they have been, we've been waiting for the police to obtain the search warrant. So, okay, and again, folks, on this very snowy Tuesday, right now, here's two, for those that are watching, we're seeing two Providence police officers arrive. And not exactly sure where they're going. So this is a different development that they're arriving on the scene, and they're not going, by the way, they're not going up to the house. They're making their way, they went past the scene, and now they're going to a house there. So I'm not exactly sure what that is. But just to repeat, and I want to check in, I think the most important thing here, at the risk of being redundant, is that there is no loss of life. I don't understand the people that jump to that. I did get several messages on that. And then I just want to caution people, when you say that and put that out there, you own it. So be very cautious who's ever giving you information that is clearly erroneous. Now, all eyes remain right here. So definitely something this different. This is tough for police. I also, once again, right now at 1:51 on this Tuesday, I know people are watching from all over, but wherever you're watching, especially if you're watching locally, I want you to just understand that there's going to be the temperature's really going to drop as the week goes along, and we're going to have temperatures at 0. So everything you're looking at is going to become ice. So I'm not exactly sure what they're looking for. So again, this is different. So here's the crime scene. Then we have police that go in there. So I don't know exactly what's involved with that. Hey, who knows? Maybe live we're going to see them. The suspects come running out of a backyard or an apartment or something. I don't know. But to recap, now we did speak with. That's right. That's exactly right. Somebody could have video of the 2 suspects fleeing, or maybe they're trying to identify. So here's 2 Providence police officers that have arrived on the scene. Let's see if they start going door to door. They're just trying to locate. We're not sure. But now it's my understanding. I want to repeat. It's my understanding, according to a police source, that everyone. Oh, there we go. Bye there. Everyone in the house knew each other. Everyone in the house knew each other. So this was not like an attack. It's very possible that these. I don't know if the individuals stayed at the apartment or arrived at the apartment. Here come these 2 Providence police officers again. But everyone in the apartment knew each other. There was an incident where 2 of them had to go to the hospital, the female, the 18-year-old and the 19-year-old. Oh, they're going to go now into the back, for those that are watching. And, okay, so they're communicating right now. So they had to go to the, whatever happened, everyone knew each other. And so I don't think this is a mystery of who did this. I think it's just going to be a matter of time for police to catch up with. And it was, by the way, it was the mother of one of the victims that told us that there were 2 that fled, just so we're clear. So I did not get that from police. All I got from police was the person responsible fled the scene. But it was the mother of one of the victims that that, that told us that it was 2 of them that then fled. So now again, one of the girls was 18, the other's 19. Thank you for the donuts on TikTok, as we're live on our TikTok page. Make sure you follow. And then thank you for the stars on our Facebook page. And also thank you for the super chats on YouTube as well. But but the good news is that both of the female victims, the 18-year-old and the 19-year-old, that they are both seemingly going to be okay. So her mom seemed very relieved. I also want to mention, folks, that I've been working. This is day 3 now. That I'm trying to get more information about. So they're very active right now. Trying to get more information. All right, so there's another officer that was inside. So we got 1, 2, 3, and 4. So now these guys left their cars in the street. But I want to mention it's day 3 since Sunday. So I've been trying to get information on the driver, the wrong way driver, who he is the one that was the wrong way driver that then went head on with the two students from Bryant. So I have his name posted. I've been trying to get more information on him. I can tell you that individual, there's no footprint of him. I can't find any record of him in Chelsea, Mass. You can't find, that he's a graduate of Chelsea High School. You can't find any mention of a family. So no. These 2 vehicles, those 2, they belong to the guys in that house right there.
Oh, they're clearing out to clear snow out.
Yeah. So they parked them here. They've been moving cars around. But yeah, that house right here.
Yeah, I don't know if DPW's coming.
They were blocking because they let somebody by a couple minutes ago. Okay. Let me just make sure he knows what house. He does actually. Okay. Yeah, it's that driveway. Okay, folks, but just to I'm trying to get information about it. All I can tell you is that this individual from Chelsea. Oh, now they're bringing the plow down. Okay, they need to move these cars. I can't get any footprint on him, and I do have some questions of where was he coming from? Was he at Twin River, which would make sense? And I don't want to jump ahead. And I'm talking about the driver involved with the. Oh, good. All right. Thank you to the city. The city's sending the plow out. Here comes the plow to move some of the snow. We're gonna get these cars out of here. Come on, boys. Let's move them. Get them in the driveway. But folks, it's very possible if we play this out, right? Let's just say that if there's a language barrier, if someone doesn't speak the language, it's very possible that then they're not going to know how to read signs, and then leaving Twin River at 12:30 at night, and you can't read the signs. So then they're gonna move that car. So then you end up ending up on the going the wrong way. So I think it's important. I want to be very clear. I am aware that the driver's deceased. So it's not like he's gonna face charges, but I still think it's important to find out exactly where is he from, what was his license, does he have a license, and where was he coming from. It's very possible he was coming from Twin River, couldn't read the sign, went the wrong way on 146, and then took the life of those 2 Bryant students. That is very, very possible that happened. So but I want you to know, I'm going to again try the state police today. But as of right now, this is day 3 that I'm trying to get information about this. And I fully get that the state police are working on other things because of the storm. But I'd like to know, and I think that information is important to know. Oh, good. The plow's going to hit both sides. All right, folks, we're going to actually move out of their way. Thank you, everybody, for tuning in. So we'll give you more on this.
get more details.